Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and or listening to the podcast, and welcome to my house. It is time for another ServiceNow Store highlights episode. That's SSH version 20250602. We have 36 new or updated applications in the ServiceNow Store, including one compatibility update, 4 fixes, 1 ghost application, 5 highlights, 14 minor updates, 9 new releases, and 2 release notes fails. So let's jump right in, check out those compatibility updates. First was, or the only one was, Flashpoint Ignite for threat intelligence was updated to be compatible with Yokohama. Now there were a couple more in the minor updates that were compatibilities to Yokohama as well, but they also had some other stuff. So they weren't just a compatibility update, but they were still just minor updates. There were 4 fixed applications: password reset Windows application, unified developer core, zoom in, and zoom in for agent workspace. All had some minor fixes. There was 1 ghost application. Let's click on it, make sure it's still a ghost, and yes it is. And that is SSO for internal instance by ServiceNow has been removed from the ServiceNow Store. Now those 14 minor updates, let's go through those quickly. AI translations powered by Lionbridge, CG4 asset tracking, CloudGuard CNAP or CNAPP, HP Workforce Experience Platform Device Management, and HP Workforce Experience Platform Event Management, IBM Guardium Data Protection, Kyndryl Integration Service Request Inbound, Office Templater, Physical Security Case Management, and See My CMDB by Emma3D. Let's scroll down for the rest of them here. Service Graph Connector for CrowdStrike, Service Graph Connector for Microsoft Azure, Stave Data Tools, and XM Cyber Vulnerability Response. Those were the 14 minor updates. We did have 2 release notes fails. If you haven't seen or heard an episode before, a release note fail simply means that the version changed, it increased, but there's no release notes that are accessible, or there are repeated release notes, or there's just no release notes. So I can't tell you what's new or what changed about them. Those 2 were this week: Ops Ramp Hybrid Infrastructure Monitoring and AI Ops Platform, plus Stave Maps were the release note fails. That brings us to the fun part, the new releases. Let's get started with our first new release, Delinea Platform Integration. The integration allows ServiceNow users to request privilege access to remote Delinea platform managed computers and servers, and automates the approval process for privilege access request. Let's check out those key features. It supports the following use case. A user submits an access request in the ServiceNow UI to get privilege access to specific assets, servers, computers, systems, and commands, selecting the assets from the Delinea platform inventory and specifying the duration for which access is required. When the request is approved in ServiceNow, an appropriate policy is created in the Delinea platform, allowing that user access to the assets for the specified time frame. The policy is automatically disabled if the approval period expires or the request is no longer in approved state. And that is what's new from the team at Delinea Inc. Our next new application is Deloitte Core Health and Safety. The Core Health and Safety offering integrates ServiceNow's capabilities with Deloitte's OHS expertise. This is not really an app. You can see there I've highlighted the Learn More button, but let's go ahead and check out the key features. The Learn More button simply means it's professional services that they're offering through the ServiceNow Store. On the functional side, incident management, risk management, SDS management, I don't know what that means, contractor management, exposure management, inspections and audit management, critical event management, and case/claims management. On the technical side, an SDS integration, OSHA and workers' compensation forms generation, action item management, reports and dashboarding, and integration with HRSD, facilities management, enterprise risk management, workplace service delivery, and others. And that's what's new from the team at Deloitte Consulting LLP. Our next new release is Inventura. Let's see, Inventura Elevate Your Events. That's their tagline. Let's check out the key features. Events creation management and inventory management. I'm going to try to highlight here: comprehensive event management, attendee management, resource management, feedback and improvement, a service portal interface, and a workspace for managers. Actually, it says workspaces with plural for managers. And that's what's new from the team at Customizo. The next new release is Fujitsu Retail Launchpad. Fujitsu Retail Launchpad streamlines incident management for frontline success. Again, just like the previous one, this is a Learn More button, not a Buy App button, so it's probably professional services, but we'll look at those key features anyways. On the functional side, establish store hierarchy for visibility, streamline retail incident management, elevate retail staff experience, industry-specific integrations, unlock AI and Gen AI capabilities, and plan for self-sufficiency. On the technical side, pre-built integrations with retail, crime intelligence systems, and alarm monitoring systems, pre-built reports and dashboards for stores rolling up to area, cities, and state, pre-built retail ops portal with integrated knowledge base, pre-built industry-specific forms and workflows, and pre-built store hierarchy data model setup, and data pre-built SMS integration and escalation of workflow. And that is the new offering from the team at Fujitsu Services Limited. The next new release is HCL Tech's Augmented Intelligence for Digital Operations, AR-powered infrastructure management for smarter IT operations. AR being augmented reality, probably. The key features for this one, oh my goodness, there's a lot. Let's see if I can summarize this. A ServiceNow ITSM and FSM integration. Looks like they did put kind of a prefix on everything, so let's try that. Augmented reality AR assistance, data security and privacy, remote troubleshooting and first-time fix optimization, technician efficiency and training, knowledge automation and continuous learning, data logging, collaborative problem solving, annotation capability, guided self-help, experience creation, embedded search, AI-powered verification, knowledge sharing, analytics and dashboards, and that's it. Those are all the new features. There's a lot more on the screen. I didn't read it all because I'll lose my voice, but that is what's new for the team at HCL America Incorporated. The next new release is Infosys Source to Pay. Infosys' Source to Pay boosts strategic procurement with GenAI and ServiceNow. Again, another Learn More button instead of a Buy app. The key features for these services, I believe, maybe some pre-built stuff. Functional side, self-service experience, guided buying experience, procurement services, procurement data model, procurement processes, single window for procurement services, and procurement agents productivity improvement. On the technical side, case management, integration to partner ecosystem like DocuSign, Adobe, SAP, Ariba, and Coupa, SLAs, notifications, approvals, Now Assist, workflows, and procurement agent workspace. And that's what's new from the team at Infosys Limited. Our next new release is NovaBridge Complex Procurement, seamlessly optimizing organization procurement processes from end to end. Another Learn More button, so let's check out what the key features for this particular offering is. Functional side, triage workflows and automation allow your team to work faster, more efficiently, and with more accountability. Team leads able to track and manage workload with procurement teams. Some workloads shifted back to requesters. On the technical side, evaluation engine calculates comparative cost and evaluation scores using supplier tender responses. Generate your go-to-market documentation and archive procurement data into external systems with the click of a button. And that's what's new from NovaBridge Pty Ltd. Our next new release is Onarkin Smart Locker Spokes. Simplify and accelerate how you integrate Onarkin Smart Lockers. Key features for this new application include a full Onarkin Smart Locker API spokes at api.onarkin.com. And you can also manage Onarkin users and permissions, manage Smart Locker settings, manage Onarkin assets, arrange and manage drop-offs, collections, and swaps with this new application from the team at LapSafe Self-Service Solutions Limited. And our last new release, where's the URL? That's strange. It is the Workforce Optimization for ITSM. I don't know. That's new? I didn't know that's new. It's been in 2 episodes. It was a new episode or new release. Okay, this should not be here. So I'll explain. I'm working on re-architecting my crawler, and I think this might have been an artifact of me testing, and so therefore the application got updated because I've been testing, and it shouldn't have made it into this episode. So I don't want to delete the application. I want to delete the episode reference to the application. So let's see. I do have a delete. We'll delete that, and what I'll do, just so we can make sure that the stats get updated for the end of the episode, I'm just going to change one here to something else and then go back to new release. And that way, when we go and look at our metrics at the end of the episode, we'll see the updated numbers. Okay, so we have 5 highlights to round out the episode. First up is coming from Advanced SN Connect ADP Global Payroll. Let's check out their new version. It's 2.0.1, and in this one they've introduced B2B authentication support. No, I'm sorry, that's the 2.0.0 release. The 2.0.1 release, custom URL support, added the ability to configure and use custom URLs for B2C authentication flow and integration flexibility. And the reason I added this to the highlights, NLU support for VA conversations, integrated natural language understanding at the top level to enhance virtual agent conversation accuracy and user experience. And that is what's new from the team at Advanced Solutions Core. The next highlight is barcode and QR code generator. It was updated to version number 1.6.26, and in this version they added ink spread option to barcode parts to configure width of bar modules within a barcode. This facilitates compatibility with most printer scanner models. Added additional options to barcode parts to allow complete flexibility in adding/overriding BWIPP/QR code-SVG options, including those that are not documented or supported via standard UI. Added a copy barcode generator link to the barcode generator form to facilitate efficient prototyping and implementation. Fixed an issue where client-side saving of barcodes didn't work in Firefox. Fixed typo and comments of UI macro that might lead to incorrect implementation, and various other bug fixes. And that's what's new from the team at Yansa Labs LLC. The next highlight is security scorecard for vendor risk management. It was updated to version number 2.4.0, and in this version it includes performance and scalability improvements. Supplier Sync Now is available in the Next experience. Breach incidents collection button is present in both the classic UI and Next experience. Direct URL linking security scorecard from ServiceNow third-party records. Risk intelligence scores updated using the Sync Now button, and an ability to select risk score or grade to use in Risk Intel Score. And that's what's new from the team at Security Scorecard Inc. Our second to last highlight is Service Graph Connector for Juniper Mist. In this release, they have some new features, including adding support for Mist edges and clusters, adding option to add the CI name discriminator. Discriminator? I think it's discriminator is what they meant. To all members, switch virtual chassis, and all nodes gateway clusters. Auto ticketing new features include adding options to customize the incident category and subcategory, adding option to disable the incident auto closure for specific Marvis actions, and adding support for ping webhook topic. This can be used to validate the webhook configuration for the auto ticketing feature. And there's been a rework of the properties page for this application from Juniper Networks Inc. Our last highlight of the episode is the Yansa PDF generator. It was updated to version number 2.3.14. And in this version, they added Generate PDF compatibility with Workspace and UI Builder pages, added ability to selectively print labels for chosen records from a list view, added a Copy Template button on the template form to duplicate a template and all associated merge maps and user criteria, added a Populate with Predefined Merge Maps link on the template form to automatically populate the merge map list with any predefined merge maps on the current table of type, source, record, attribute, updated for new 3DES ServiceNow requirements, improved annotations and form layout, improved documentation, reduced code footprint, and improved efficiency. And if that wasn't enough, there's some bug fixes in this latest release from the team at Yansa Labs LLC. And that is our entire episode, everybody. It looks like it did update our stats, so let's take a look at what you just saw or heard. That was 8 new releases, 5 highlights, 1 compatibility update, 14 minor updates, 1 ghost application, 4 fixes, and 2 release notes fails. I hope you found this video or podcast helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what's new, what was updated, or what was removed from the ServiceNow store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.